Jason Earnhardt at Levels for Guitar, and this is part 4 of our lead guitar series here on YouTube, and it's going to feature our newest phrasing tool, the pull-off technique, and that has been covered in Level 73 for those of you who are members on the website, or you can check out the video prior to this one. And if you feel like you're lost on any of this content, you may want to backtrack through the playlist and get up to speed. We've covered the swing, the triplet, the hammer-on, and now we're covering the pull-off. So if you don't know those prior 3, you could get lost in this video. And if you have no idea how to play guitar at all, you may want to check us out at Levels for Guitar Beginner 100, and that's going to get you out of that clumsy beginner stage. All right, that's my shameless plug. It's time to have some fun, and we're going to start with a warm-up. So get out your Form 1 A minor pentatonic scale, and we're going to get to work on that. All right, I know I say it all the time, but nothing stabilizes technique like the use of the metronome. Now, the first part of this warm-up is going to serve as a review. And to demonstrate, I'm going to work with you for 4 repetitions using swing rhythm, and then 4 repetitions using triplet rhythm over A minor pentatonic Form 1. All this at 60 beats per minute. Now, if any of this is too fast, you can always slow me down on the media player. I'll give a 4 count, and we'll begin. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and... One, pull it, 2, pull it, 3, pull it, 4, pull it. Next, we're going to apply hammer-on technique to the Form 1 A minor pentatonic scale. And all this has been covered in detail in the 3rd lead guitar video. So if you get lost, then check that one out. I'm going to go straight to the warm-up with this video. So I'm going to perform 4 repetitions using swing, and then 4 repetitions using the triplet rhythm, all at 60 beats per minute. So if this is too fast, you can always slow me down on the media player. I'll give a 4 count, and we'll begin. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and... One, pull it, 2, pull it, 3, pull it, 4, pull it. warm-ups will conclude with pull-offs over form 1A minor pentatonic. And for the swing rhythm, it's going to look and sound something like this. So you still have the long, short, long, short, long, short sound. We're starting with the fourth finger instead of the first finger. You notice I'm applying the anchor plus the pull-off finger for each string. So every time you play a string, you have to set up two fingers at the exact same time. That allows you to prepare for that pull-off. So when you play the big E string, you start with the fourth finger and you pull off. And then you go to the A string with both fingers prepared, and then you do the pull-off with the third finger. And you just run through all the strings like that. Long, short, 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 long, short. Swing rhythm using pull-offs. 60 beats per minute for 4 reps. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. For the triplet, we're going to keep it simple and play 3 notes per string. So on the big E string, it's an 8, 5, 8. You'll play a pull-off from 8 to 5, and then you'll play a downstroke back on the 8. It's a total of 3 notes. Triplet, 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 trip. On the A string, you're going to use the triplet with 7, 5, 7. You'll have a pull-off from 7 to 5, and then a downstroke back on the 7. Triplet, 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 trip. And then you just maintain that through the entire scale. Here's what it looks and sounds like from start to finish. Triplet, 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 triplet. Once again, you want to make sure that both fingers are prepared in advance of the pull-off. Triplet rhythm using pull-offs. 60 beats per minute. 1 pull-lit, 2 pull-lit, 3 pull-lit, 4 pull-lit. Next, we're going to apply the warm-up you just played to the backing track at the end of the video. And this is how I would prefer that you practice your warm-up if you have access to a backing track. If you don't, then you can get out your phone and work with the metronome. But having that bass and drum, that's a more realistic way of practice. Okay, so to demonstrate, I'm going to work out that warm-up with you. I'll do each of those phrasing tools for 2 repetitions, and it'll go in this order. We'll play A minor pentatonic scale using the swing and then the triplet, and then I'm going to apply the hammer-on to the swing and the triplet, and then the pull-off to the swing and the triplet. Each of those for 2 repetitions, and you can increase that as needed within your practice. I'll set the looper for this 12-bar blues backing track. It doesn't matter where you start within this backing track, as long as you start on count 1. And you'll see that as I do 4 counts before each of those phrasing tools. Okay, we're going to start with swing over form 1 A minor pentatonic. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Next, we're going to apply the triplet over form 1 A minor pentatonic. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Next, we're going to apply the hammer-on to the swing over form 1 A minor pentatonic. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Next, hammer-ons plus triplets over form 1 A minor pentatonic. 1 pull it, 2 pull it, 3 pull it, 4 pull it. Next, pull-offs using swing over form 1 A minor pentatonic. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And finally, pull-offs using triplets over form 1 A minor pentatonic. 1 pull it, 2 pull it, 3 pull it, 4 pull it. Excellent work. Okay, providing that you can play that warm-up over the backing track, you should be prepared to play lead guitar over the backing track. And so all we're going to do is add the creative process to those exercises. In other words, I'm going to give you the freedom to play each of those phrasing tools the way that you want to play them. And so to show you how that can be done, I'm going to demonstrate by talking my way through this lead solo. I'm going to show you what I'm doing. I'm going to start off small and simple and then gradually add a new technique as I make my way through this backing track. So this will give you some ideas of how to approach. Now, you might hear some things that I'm doing that are beyond your technical ability. Don't worry about that. The main thing is that you're seeing how I'm putting things together using these phrasing tools. I am going to limit you to just the pentatonic scale form 1, so don't get too adventurous. If you know other forms, don't worry about that. And then I'm going to limit you to swing and triplets, hammer-ons, and pull-offs. But you can use any of those techniques to play your melodies. Okay, well, I'll fire up the backing track and we'll get to work. Okay, I've got this set on a loop. Once again, it doesn't matter where you start in the backing track. As long as your count is good, you're in good shape. Okay, here's one thing I like to do. You've already warmed up, so you've run up and down the scale several times, so we don't need to do that again. We're focusing on being creative, and sometimes having too many notes is a bad thing. So let's limit ourselves to this little box here. We call this the BB box, and that's these 4 notes right here. Help if I add some volume. So it's these 4 notes in the middle of the scale on string D and G. So if you just limit yourself to those 4 notes, you can practice all these phrasing tools without getting lost. So let's start with swing. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 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 2 and 3 and 4. Another thing is it's not rapid fire. I'm giving the music the chance to breathe. So you can pause and then come back to the swing. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. You got to swing. And 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. That way you give those ladies something to dance to. All right, next we're going to apply the occasional triplet to the swing. Once again, sometimes machine gun fire is not a good thing. That can get boring really quick. What I like to do is to space it out. I'll just throw in the occasional triplet on top of the swing. Just like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 pull it 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 pull it 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 pull it 2 and 3 pull it 4 and 1 pull it 2 and 3 and 4 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Sometimes you'll hear me say 1 pull it, or sometimes you'll hear me say 1 and a. It doesn't matter. As long as you have 3 equidistant sounds within the count, you're getting that triplet. Okay, so we've covered the swing, we've covered the triplet. Next is the hammer-on technique. So let's do hammer plus swing. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and hammer on and 3 and 4 and hammer, hammer, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... All right, next we're going to apply the triplet to the hammer-on, just like this. And 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 pull it 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 pull it 2 pull it 3 pull it 4 pull it 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and hammer on 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 4 and 1 pull it 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 pull it 2 and 3 and 4 and hammer on hammer on hammer on hammer on hammer. All I was doing is I was playing a hammer on plus an extra note to get the triplet. So you'll have the anchor, and then you have to play the hammer on and then strike another note. That gives you 3 notes that you can put to create the triplet, just like you did in your warm-up. All right, now we're going to apply pull-offs to our lead guitar playing. Just like this. Let's do this with swing only. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and pull off 2 and 3 and 4 and those are both pull-offs. Okay, we're going to add some triplets to the pull-offs. Triplet, triplet, triplet. Triplet, triplet, triplet. Pull it off, pull it off, pull it off. You'll see I'm doing a pull off plus an extra note because we need 3 notes. So it's a pull off and then a pick stroke. 3 and 4 and pull off, pick, pull off, pick, pull off, pick. Pull off, pick, pull off, pick, pull off, pick. Triplet, long, short, triplet, triplet, triplet. Sometimes you'll hear me say the word trip followed by lit, which would be the same thing as a swing. If I'm saying triplet, it's a triplet. Okay, so I think we did all the techniques there. Next, let's go for a free-for-all. So I want you to get creative and just throw these things in at will. And that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to blend all the techniques that we've done. I'm going to keep it in this little box here just to keep things simple. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and long, short, long, short. There you go. Look at what we could do with just 4 notes. Once you get comfortable playing all those techniques with just 4 notes, you can then begin expanding the scale, just like this. So I had no idea what I was going to play. That was pure improvisation. I knew what I was limited to. I knew I could only play the pentatonic scale and the phrasing tools that we talked about. And that was my palette for creativity. And that's something that you'll need to do for practice. Start off simple and then work your way to more complicated things. I would isolate a particular technique, do it over and over again, and then gradually add a new technique as you get better.